Okay, so I was actually meant to drop this video yesterday, but a lot of stuff just happened, so I'm just releasing it today. But of course, as you can tell by the title, in this video we're gonna be talking about why Saitama versus Awakened Garou will be greater than a lot of you guys think, especially you like webcomic enthusiasts, because I mean a lot of people that have read the webcomic and are really big fans of it are really discrediting the manga right now just because everything that's happened in the webcomic hasn't happened one-to-one with the manga. And contrary to popular belief, I feel like the manga has actually done some things better than the webcomic. So I don't know if that's just me, but that's just personally how I see it, because I feel like the manga has added a few things like Sage Centipede versus Garou, this new evil natural water and them working together. Well, evil natural ocean wasn't new, but I guess explored him a little bit more in the manga than the webcomic. So I feel like the manga has done a few things better than the webcomic, not to mention of course Platinum S, etc, etc. But of course, before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because I post a lot of One Punch Man content, and if you don't subscribe, then that just means you don't like One Punch Man. And I know that since you're here, you definitely like One Punch Man. But apart from that, let's just get into the video, because it's quite a lot, fairly a lot to talk about in this video. Now, starting off with some of the things I've heard from the webcomic readers, that has kind of, I don't know how to explain my feelings on this, but a lot of webcomic readers are, contemplating on dropping the manga, because apparently, Garou isn't the same in the webcomic, and I feel like people are also, pretty unhappy about the direction, one has taken the manga in terms of Garou's character, which I feel like a lot of people are really just aren't being patient with one's writing in the manga, because I feel like Garou is going to turn darker. I mean, Garou's character through and through. I don't think one is just gonna all of a sudden change that for no reason. I feel like we just need to wait a little bit longer. And despite what has been shown in the recent chapter with Garou versus Saitama staring off at each other, assuming, implying that it's going to be the final fight very soon, which I'm sure it is, but I think, I feel like this is a little bit of bait. I feel like this isn't gonna be like the final fight, or they're not gonna have the final fight as soon as many of you guys think, because personally I feel like Garou just hasn't reached his awakened form. I feel like Garou still needs to of course fight the S-class heroes, which I'm sure will happen. I mean, my mask is still here, and he is of course going to try and at least fight Garou. And once he realizes that Garou is on a completely different level, we might see Tatsumaki get a bit of consciousness and try to fight Garou and the other S-class heroes. But I am sure that will take place, and if it doesn't, I mean, it's not gonna really take anything away from the story. Personally, I just feel like a lot of people want to see it for no reason. I mean, I feel like a lot of people just want to see it just for the sake of Garou destroying the S-class heroes. I feel like people just, I don't know, get a kick out of that. I'm not too sure, but I don't really think that Garou not fighting the S-class heroes really impacts anything. And a lot of you might not like that, but that's just what I think. Now, of course, when it comes to, how Garou could awaken, there's been many theories, and I feel like Garou could awaken from Saitama, and this is a theory that I've, thought about before, and this did kind of happen in the webcomic, because I'm pretty sure someone in my comments in my last video, I guess they were trying to say that it wasn't technically my theory, which is fair enough, because apparently Saitama kind of pushed Garou even further into awakening in the webcomic. I'm not too sure if that was the case, but if I'm not mistaken, the webcomic didn't happen. But I guess some of you can tell me in the comments, maybe I'm wrong, but my theory, or a theory that I thought about, well, assuming that this didn't happen, that Saitama was going to awaken Garou with a punch, and then that will commence the battle between Saitama versus awakened Garou. But of course, there's been other theories, like God being the catalyst for Garou's final awakening, which is probably the most likely theory. Well, not at the moment, but it is kind of overall going to be the likely theory, because I mean, I'm sure a lot of us are pretty confident that the last panel in the last chapter is bait. We're not gonna get the awakened Garou versus Saitama fight in the next chapter. I'm pretty sure or maybe, you know, Saitama gets distracted by something else. But, you know, a lot of things could happen in the next chapter, because as I said, manga version is a lot harder to predict than the webcomic. Well, it's harder to predict now, even if you've read the webcomic. But of course, overall, I do think Saitama versus Garou is going to be greater than many of you guys think, because I feel like the manga is just slowly building up Garou's sudden change into how he was, you know, when he faced off against Darkshine, for example. Garou has shown many signs that he is still that dark character, but I just feel like now that he's kind of been on the surface, and I guess he's kind of more in control of his monsterization, I feel like once he, I guess, gets influenced by God, which I'm sure will definitely happen at some point, I feel like then we might see him lose control, because I feel like the problem with Garou right now is that he's too much in control of his new power or his monster powers. I feel like we need him to kind of become a little bit, I guess, unhinged, or I guess a little bit out of control, to actually get the Garou that everybody really wants. I'm sure that's what people want to see. People want to see the crazy Garou that wants to, you know, cause destruction and cause despair for everybody. And I'm sure we will get that. I mean, Garou's whole character, that's pretty much been Garou's whole character for, you know, for quite a while in this arc. So I'm pretty confident that one isn't just going to change that. I'm pretty confident that one is actually trying to do this. I mean, he's doing this deliberately. He's trying to show Garou as, like, I guess, a bit better, you know, a bit more, I guess, heroic than being a villain, just to show that sudden change once he gets influenced by God. I feel like that's going to happen, but if that doesn't happen and this fight is actually the final fight, then personally I would be pretty disappointed. But I have faith in one, and I'm pretty sure that one knows what he's doing, and I'm sure that in the next couple of chapters we will see the sudden change for Garou. We will see Garou finally awaken. We will see him hopefully fight the S-class heroes, and we will see probably the most epic fight in the entire One Punch Man franchise, especially since it's the manga version, and we know that the manga version in terms of art and feats and all of that stuff is always superior than the manga. Well, that's just a general consensus, but apart from that, I feel like that's all I have for this video, and that's pretty much the reason why I feel like Saitama versus Garou will be greater than you guys think, or maybe Saitama versus Garou might not be as great as everybody is expecting. But apart from that, that's all I have to say. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and apart from that, I'll see you in my next video.